going on, guys? Happy Thursday. I keep thinking it's Friday for some reason. Christmas holiday completely throwing my week off, getting my days all out of whack. It is Thursday. We have made the cut on the Platinum Tour this week. Managed to shoot 29 under in the first two rounds, so we're sitting pretty. I think the cut line ended up making it to like 25 under, but we are in there for the weekend. We're going to get some warm-ups in, and then we've got rounds 3 and 4 on the docket. According to the designer slash scheduler McTrees, it is a Christmas gift to those who make the cut. So it sounds like round 3 is supposed to be like very scoreable. I think I saw 49 out there, which I think is a 21 under. So we gotta do our best. I think it's like front tees set up for us. A lot of drivable par 4s. You know, I think there's even a drivable par 5 on the one hole. So we scored 15-14. Hopefully we can score more than the 15 in those sorts of conditions. And if we can, we're going to be rewarded handsomely, because I think 18 under would put us inside the top 10. I'm not saying we got to shoot that low. Obviously, if we could shoot that low or better, that would be great. But we are right in the thick of things. But I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas. Mine was personally spent with some family, which is always a good time. Saw a lot of my in-laws now that we live near them, so we had family over Christmas Eve, and then they came over Christmas morning, and then we went their place later on Christmas. Now the dust starts to settle. Yeah, start to put some of the toys away for the kiddos and just kind of get settled back into things. Obviously still have New Year's and stuff coming up. So the calm before the next little storm. Although New Year's is definitely much more tame than Christmas is. Alright, so we're gonna try and see if we can't get our swing dialed in here. Spend some time on the range, play a warm-up round, just kind of get things going. If we can get ourselves locked in, then yeah, we really do have a chance to do some low scoring. Now the main thing we're going to have to be concerned about is the use of the driver. I think there's a lot of drivable stuff, but it's like partial drivers or overpowered drivers, and so yeah, it's not going to be necessarily straightforward on the just regular driver. So we'll see what we can do. Hey, what's going on with that? How we doing? Alright, now that we're off the driver, the swing seems to be a little bit better. So long as we're flirting like right around that perfect mark, we'll be hopefully sitting pretty on a lot of these shots. Game is that we are playing PGA Tour 2K23. What's going on, Phoenix? Yeah, we're getting some decent swings now. A little bit quick on that one. Good tempo, but under power. There we go. Just get that little bit of hitch up at the top. Feel the swing out nicely. Alright, we'll take a few more here, go back up to the driver, and then we'll hit the course. Yeah, I just always like the way that feels better. If I'm not rushing it, I feel like I have like a little pause at the top of my swing. I feel like my tempo comes together a lot better. see if we can't get a good driver too. It's better. Hold it, but that's the tempo we want. One more rip. Alright, we'll take it. We'll take it. That's serviceable for the driver. Nothing too crazy. As long as you stay, like, just around the perfect, you'll be more than okay. So let's take a look at what the Plat conditions are going to be, and then we'll go from there, see what's going to make sense for a warm-up today. So let's see, we shot 15, 14. Green tees, but it's medium. Okay, so he does very firm greens, but it's basically medium winds with slightly above fast. I think there were 166 greens instead of the 155 fast, so should play pretty similar to fast greens if I had to wager. So let's see if Elite is running anything similar. Very high winds and moderate greens. That is that is far from similar setup. Not even close. I don't actually think that these other ones are going to give us what we want, because if I remember correctly, we looked at them Monday and they were also on like slower green setups. Actually high, firm, fast. That'll work. That'll work. Winds will be a little bit higher than we'll see, but green speeds will be closer. Yeah, what's going on, Ratchy? Hello, hello. Alright, let's get the ball rolling here. See, those are the kind of fasts that you can't afford to have, especially when we've got medium winds and we're trying to get after greens, because you don't want to drive the green and then put yourself out of position. You've got to have the aggressive drive of the green and then still maintain your spot on the green, like, or around the green, like leave a makeable chip. Alright. Not too shabby. Didn't give it quite enough, which is going to leave this putt on the bender a little bit. Dang. How's the leaderboard look? So I think the leaders are at 50 under through 3, because round 3 really allows for some low scoring. I think we were somewhere up top 15 probably. I think we were T7, so I'm gonna say that we probably ended up somewhere around T10, T15 area at the cut. I think if we shoot 18, we make it into the top 10. Anything give or take on there is obviously going to put us closer to the top of the leaderboard, or even still in the top 25. So first round, so we're just warming up on kinetic right now, Ratchy. So I played one hole of this for warm-up, but we'll play our actual rounds after this. That one's already on round 3. Alright, that's going to be a little into the wind, a little uphill. Oh man, okay. A little off on the swings here for the first couple holes. This is gonna pop out just a little bit to the right and then roll right. Didn't have the legs. I thought it was gonna come out a little bit further than that. Alright, par 5, let's get after it. Oh, this is long. This is actually very long now that I'm thinking about it. It's close to 600 yards and it's into the wind. Right, and that's exactly the point of the warm-up, right, Ratchy? Like, get the swing kinks out of the way, start to dial into your putter. You know, just get the feel for everything down. Just kind of get 18 holes of minimal pressure. And then hopefully after the 18, you know, you're all dialed in and ready to go. Plus you don't want to waste all your good shots on the round that doesn't matter. 80 feet. I could chip this, but because this is a warm-up, we're gonna take the putt. So we gotta get this quite out there. Little bit more. Oh, that is under. Took way more on the ridge, jeez. Distance control was fine, but man, that was off the mark. It's a good second putt though. Such time difference. Wouldn't like to be tired for the actual round. It's 1:53 a.m. Oh man. Well, on the bright side, at least you can still catch the VOD. But yeah, time zones are definitely a tough thing. I know we used to stream earlier. There's always going to be somebody who can't watch. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. So if we get somewhere in here, I think if you cut it like that, and then 5-iron. Oh, way too slow. That's gonna way overcut. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Just not a good input there. Alright, this is just one that's like, it kind of just slowly works its way to the right. Oh, I overhit it. Okay. Input's not going quite the way we'd like right now. Work nights when you're not off, so you think you'll manage. There you go. Alright, 1 under through 4. Swing has not been what we want it to be, that's for certain. We were definitely on the money though Monday night, so we need to find that form. Alright. There's the big cut back around the tree. I don't think we were ever gonna drive that green, just too far away, but should be able to get a nice little checkup here. So I was scared to put the backspin on because I've definitely had them where they end up at the wrong distance and then you start spinning it back to where you don't want it. Alright, right to lefter. It's actually got, I think, some steepness to it. There it is. There it is. Get the roll going all nice. It's quite downhill, so we're gonna have to get the... Oh, that's tree. I guess that swing was not in a good spot. Because that came out way left. Which is also crazy considering it went in the tree and it didn't even go as far right as I thought it was going to. Alright, 95. We can send this up to like 90, and then that wind is going to knock it down even more. So I'm going to take a little bit off of this. That should be pretty nice. Yeah, there we go. Get that dialed in nice and tight. We'll make the most of this birdie from out of the rough on the tee shot. I will say the one thing that's like a little bit throwing me off right now, my swing is not like quite feel it. Like, I don't know, my grip on the controller feels a little bit off. So things that like I would normally expect to be working a certain way or not, I don't know. There we go, that's a little bit better. I guess my point being, like, the way that I normally hold my controller, like I feel like I'm mentally, the way that I swing is not like actually straight, so like it's very grip dependent. So like I feel like I have like a push and like a pull kind of like to create a certain swing line. So as it stands, it's a little bit off. All right, I think I'd rather be a little bit to the right here. That's it. All right, we got a 9-footer. I think the crazy part to me, maybe there's just like a brief part of the putt where I get the line wrong, but like I envision it and it's like, okay, and it dives down in, and then for it to dive low like that, I think there must just be like an early part of the putt that I give the ball going straighter for like a little bit longer, and that's what leads you to the low putt. Like, I think that has to be more so what's going on. Alright, this is gonna go left, but then wind is gonna definitely bring it back. That's the swing. That's nice and smooth. Get the distance all sorts of nice and right. Oh, that's what we're looking for. Alright, now let's make the most of this par 3. And maybe we end with a little birdie here, and then, yeah, that's 5 under going out. Score on more holes than not. So 9 iron, you lose a few yards. You got a couple of yards coming back here. Something in this vicinity, I think, is the case. So what I'm noticing, I mean it's a great distance controlled shot, but what I'm noticing is we are definitely missing, at least those ones left to right, we're missing them on the right hand side. I'll have to like keep observing and see if there's mayhaps anything else. Nice. So there's the birdie. Get things going a little bit. I mean, judging by the scores there, like there are a few people who got some real low scores going, but generally speaking, I mean, if the majority of the field is held to like lower double digits, that tends to indicate that things have played fairly tough. All right. And we're gonna get this one going, I think, a little bit on the de-lofted front. Yeah, still missing them out to the right. But it's not even like just barely, it's that's 4 yards. Which is kinda crazy to me. Okay, but we are making some little adjustments here on the putts and starting to get them to drop, so that's also just a generally good sign now. That's downhill. Yeah, I think if we take the driver here, I'm gonna fully deal off the driver and we're gonna just do a little bump and run. Try and get it on the ground here so that it slows down before that bunker. But it's basically try and get the ball out as far as possible, but that's got too much speed. It was worth the shot, I think. What is 60% of this even? 150? Yeah, and then the wind. Alright, just take the smart play. Is this the one where I club up one too many again and put myself in the rough? Because I did that in... I think I did that in Plat already this week. It's definitely not something that you want to be doing. This feels like it's going to fly to the right. And then the wind. So I'm going to play it a little bit more than I've been because I've been missing these. That's fast. Fast and pulled. Yeah, I would say we're right around the correct ballpark for that. And then this is like it barely moves. but all that movement is right at the end. So you gotta make sure you give it enough. Alright, okay. Now we're starting to cook. Now we're starting to cook. Just making sure that everything is going correctly, which it looks like it is. Alright, I think we're golden. 155 yards and downhill, tucked a little bit here. I think this means we're gonna have to place some shape onto this pitching wedge, because right now we're running a bit deep. 157 and then some extra. I keep looking at these. We've got about 12-mile-an-hour wind sideways. So like I'm definitely not playing this enough. Oh, that's a much better line. Apparently did not get enough loft on it, but if we're getting the line right, that is a win in my book. So now you get this left to right or down the hill. Again, you're hitting it kind of slow, and it's starting to just slowly leak its way, and then right at the last bit, it turns harder. Yeah, what's going on, Chief Ben? Did I underhit it? That's the real question. I definitely read it low, though. Perfect pace, but yeah, that break all at the end was substantially stronger. And I guess like when you are playing it that light-footed, you have to account for it breaking that much more at the end. But I suppose it's always kind of a hindsight is 20/20 play. All right, this wind is gonna carry, so we need to give it a little bit extra so that we make sure we get to the green. And we're gonna go out the back. But if we land it too short, I feel like you never really know how much of a kick you're gonna get, so I feel like I'd rather be back this way. And we're gonna lose a little bit. Let's see where we want to land it. Probably somewhere like here. We're gonna lose a bit from that uphill. And then if we give it some breaks, we're gonna have to aim it further. And this is coming left. It's up the hill, but it is moving a little right to left and then a little right to left. Okay, let's see. I overdid it. Actually, I didn't overdo it. I hit it a little too straight, funny enough. Oh no, we hung it out? Oh man. Alright, well that's a wasted opportunity. I also should have played more breaks on it. Alright, we're gonna just try and get this 3-wood, I think, as far down as we possibly can. Should get a nice little kick right. But roll along in the fairway long enough that we don't do anything too crazy. Far on the 218. Yeah, so this is kind of a mean approach shot. Because realistically, we're landing it somewhere in here if we take the 5-iron. But you've got this uphill and everything kind of kicking away. But if we take 4-iron, you're kind of landing in here. I feel like if you give it some loft, but also some draw, maybe that's like our combo here. Maybe that's our combo. see if this hooks up the right shot. Come on, peel back. It's hanging out there. It just rolls and rolls and rolls, but that just didn't quite take with the wind. Did not quite take with the wind. At this distance, I just ran out of steam. It has a little bit of that left to right at the end of it. Yeah, this course is playing pretty tough. Definitely requires you to have a higher level of execution. Block that one a little slow. We're probably going out to the rough. I do not like the way this is shaping up. Yeah, he doesn't either. I don't blame him. Yeah, we wanted to see that eagle putt. Wanted to see that eagle putt, but feels like it's gonna come up a little bit short here. I don't know, I see guys do this all the time, like guys that are better than me, but I feel like this doesn't do what I want it to, especially headwind, but we're gonna try and overpower this. 104. Oh, come on, get a nice bounce. No, it's not. Almost. Almost. If I was better at overpowering. Not too bad. I'm hoping to land that a little bit shorter, just so it doesn't take that bigger hop. Gives it a little bit more time on the ground. Nice. All right, kill the par train. We got a par 3. 2 par 4s to go. See if we can't make the most of it. Maybe get to double digits. Alright, so you're talking a pretty good headwind here. I think realistically you gotta give it a little loft and a little spin here. Try and get it to stop. And you're also gonna have this wind cutting you over to the right. Where'd that swing come from, Colby? Where'd that swing come from? Yeah, unfortunately, that's one that I just don't even really want to try to, like, partial, because it's so close to 100% that if I do partial it, a lot of times I just end up overhitting it to 100% anyway. Alright, so that was not meant to be. Maybe this one will be a little bit better. This is all feeding down to the left, but I think if it lands softly enough, gets on the ground, we're not going to end up in the rough left side. I think if you do carry it far enough and hit that slope, like you're out in the crap. That's just going to be a bad time for everybody involved. Speaking of bad time for everybody involved, this doesn't seem like a lot of fun. 132, if I go like this, like I'm going to lose a few yards, but I'm way long. But the sandwich I'm trying to stretch, so I think we're taking the gap wedge. taking the gap wedge up the hill and just trying to shave a few yards off. There's the input. Line looks pretty good. Did I shave enough? Come on, stay up on top of the hill. Yes. We're up there with Brother Man Bill. Get in there. That's such a tight squeeze. That is such a tight squeeze. Alright, come on, can we get to 10? It's been a pretty rough round, all things considered. So if we could get to 10, I feel like that's a pretty good sign. Now, obviously, did I really still overshoot that? No, I think we just barely eked it out. Put just like a touch of backspin on it, but otherwise, I think we're set. Because I also think we're going to be relying on pitch shots. Wow, okay, misjudged that. The uphill took the big bounce. Even that amount of backspin wasn't enough, so that's good learning. Really good to see, because I do think with the way that this course is set up with being shorter, we're going to see a lot of pitch shots. Hey, what's going on, Origami Fox? Advice for getting better at reading putts. I will say that's one thing that I still genuinely struggle with and is the weakest part of my game. I would say one thing you can do is if you play on, like, honestly you can do it any course in local match, turn on putt preview, but instead of using putt preview as like a, oh, I'm checking, like, treat putt preview differently. If you use it just as like a, oh, that'll make, I'm gonna make the putt, more like read the putt, do the putt preview, and then like really analyze it. Like, where in my putt read was I wrong? I kind of try and break up the putt into thirds. Like the last third breaks more than the first third. The middle third is kind of like your balanced, you know, set of it. And so like if you take that and you combine it with the putt preview and you kind of like, okay, well, I was online for this part of the putt, or it broke the way that I thought of this part of the putt, but you start to learn like where you're misreading it, and it's just good for reps. You know, I think more break is probably more likely than not the issue. But like I try and then when I'm on the course here without putt previews, like I'm trying to just visualize the way that I think the putt is gonna read. Right, so like I'm going through it, it's like, okay, the ball is gonna start rolling, it's got a heavier break, so like at a third of the way there, it's kind of already at like halfway broken, and then it's cutting across, and then it continues to cut across, and that last part breaks more. Oh, and so just a touch overread there, but if you hit that a touch lighter, you know, and it has more die pace at the hole, that goes down. So putting is a very repetitious thing. It is by far the weakest part of my game. I am a much better ball striker and, you know, make a lot of my scoring from proximity. But I would say that that's probably a good way to start, is just like you just try and get reps, and like as with kind of anything in the game, I think if you approach it from a I was wrong but why, I think you'll get better at everything. You know, whether it be putts or ball striking, like it's one thing to hit the ball and be like, oh, that didn't go where I wanted it to, and then you just move on. Like if you actually say like, this is what I thought it was gonna do, this is what it actually did, and try and reconcile the two, you should start getting better at the initial, shot or putt, what have you. Because like here, my ball striking was not as good, but 45% from long range is a much better number than I normally get. I'm like historically like a high 20-something% outside of 10 feet. So if I can be making even in the 40s, as ridiculous as that may sound like it definitely starts to build up. And no problem, Fox. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is just keep at it. Like, you think about how many hours pros have put in IRL over the course of their careers and like how good at putting. Like, I've tried like different counting methods and stuff where you like look at the angles and stuff, and like you can do that, but I've kind of liked, I put it down to the behind view. That's been helping me, and then just trying to get that feel of like, okay, how does this putt fall? And you just kind of keep trying to visualize in your head, and then as you learn within a round or just over time how putts are breaking, you make those adjustments. All right, so we've got Plat round 3 and 4 coming up. We are currently 29 under through 2, sitting in a pretty good spot. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to run some ads, make sure that pre-rolls are disabled for the entirety of the round here. I'm going to stretch my legs, get some water. I recommend you all do the same. Run 3 minutes, and then we'll be right back. So appreciate y'all being here. If you have not already followed the Twitch, sub to the YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in 3. Ads. Get out of here, ads. Be gone. Alright. Platinum Tour Christmas Week Running Water McTree's Special. So we have for round 3 here, green tees, medium winds out of the southeast, firm fairways, very firm greens, and green speed is default, which is 166. Still awake? Let's do this. Let's do it, man. Let's do it, Ratchy. All right. Wind at the back, straight away, center field. It's downhill, little bit of wind. Feel like that can get a little bit sketchy, but I think if we carry it into here, it could kick hard right. So let's just take like a touch off of this. Yeah, what's going on, Ears? Thank you for the luck. How have you been? Alright. Go on, get a little kick left. Not too far left. Just a little one. Settle down on the hill. Settle down on the hill. Alright. We are fairway bound on the first 58 yards. Yeah, what's up, TFR? Thank you for the luck. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, so if we don't really want to go, so you could flop this up into this hill, but then you got to deal with like how much is that going to roll out. So I think if we take the pitch, couple yards off, couple yards from that hill. $68. It's $12.66. Don't want this to be like anything too crazy. Oh, come on, Colby. What is that? Stay up. Okay, that's not pretty. That was a really bad input. Yo, what's going on, Dan? Don't beat your 58. Well, if I'm gonna hit inputs like that on the easy round, then yeah, we might be in trouble, which means you might just be safe. Albatross on the drivable par 5. Try and get my second putt for Albatross. One in True Sim, one in Plat. That'd be pretty fun. But we gotta take it one swing at a time. It's really not the way that I wanted to start things out. Let's see here. So these first couple actually break quite a bit. And then I think it's gonna be low, so I gotta go out here. Okay. Okay. Really good drive, and then really bad input and really bad luck. The perfect combo. Okay, what can we do here? Because it's like, it is drivable. You want to be down around 318. We're going to get some wind at the back. This is going to go mid 320s, if not further. Like if you take the full, we're going to sail the flag. You're going to bounce, and then you're going to be well out the back. It's like do you play to check it into the front of that hill in the hopes that it then rolls? I don't know. This is like the dumb shot. kind of like a... Well, if I didn't slow it like that, I was gonna say, that's kind of the draw. I mean, that is the draw we wanted. Well, that's about as bad as it gets, because I was gonna say anywhere around here doesn't really matter. You're in a good spot. This is definitely too far. But we might be able to make this work. You might be able to make this work. Okay, we make this, we get our birdie, and we just move on. Let's not have anything get too crazy on us early on here. We just need to find our scores. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Okay. Okay. Is that how this round is gonna go? Is just everything's gonna lip? Because I'm not gonna really be able to cope, I think, if that's what the whole round turns into. 2 birdie putts lipping out. Alright, 7-iron here is gonna go a bit past, take a little bit off on both here. It's very firm, that's also one thing I have to remember. My inputs are now so bad. Oh man, this is gonna be like a mental breakdown round. 2 holes don't go well, and then my brain just starts to like try and force everything. Oh, alright. Pull it together. Pull it together. It's always such a tough thing when like mentally things go off the rail and then like you can't get into a rhythm. Everything feels like a force, like you're just every shot you're overthinking, overplaying, you know, what have you. Okay, that's decent. This is actually one of those things where I wonder if that hit the fairway, if it would have been better, because these are very firm greens. But I don't know. Like, I really, truly do not know. Okay, so a little bit of movement out to the right, or out to the left. But we are going to get more that falls across, and it falls more, so... Pushed it right. I'm going to miss it right anyway. I think that was low the whole way. Okay, I was like, can we just not lip out? That's all I need. It's just no lip outs. All right, this is drivable. It's uphill and into wind. You've got a little bit of room to work. Should be good. Clears the front lip. It probably still rolls all the way. Yeah, I guess you're always rolling out the back here. I don't know if there's a better spot that you can land it. This is gonna come out pretty short, yeah? What happens if you, like, does this somehow become a flop shot because of how elevated it is? I don't want to though, because I feel like if I'm... No. Let's go chip. I think you go with the chip and then it just... put the check on it. Alright, we're gonna need some eagles and stuff to try and get this round back on track after those early birdie misses. Alright, just past the flag, and then the wind is gonna bring it back a few yards. Very firm bounce and some release. Give it just like a tiny bit on the 9-iron. There we go. There we go. That's all we need. To actually just settle into a shot and hit the tempo that we need to. Alright, and then from here, you just hit it and you know it's gonna dive around and in. Alright, so rough little start, but we're still 4 under through 6. Like, we're scoring. Now this is one where I think you just have to go for the overpower. I think you just have to do it. Little baby slow. Only 102'd it, but if it kicks left enough, yeah, just a little bit short of having the right distance, but we're still in chip territory. Very firm. You're gonna kind of have to under. It's 22. We're gonna land it like here. Big bounce. Little roll. Oh. It's the right read. It literally just like a % off. All right, so we keep the birdies churning. It's just we've got to find an eagle at some point. I almost think this is gonna be 258, 267. That's into the 270s. Like, I'm okay to put it in that bunker. Like you put it in that bunker and then you just have this little splash shot out. I don't think that's the end of the world, to be completely honest. I want to afford it, so maybe we even get beyond. Just don't go in that rough. It's gonna roll too much. Yeah, I was kind of in between. I was like wanting to play for the bunker, but I thought like, what if we do more than that? Again, this is kind of a situation where we can try and chip one in. It's 20, probably 19, probably take a little bit off of it and then let it roll. Okay, so we've been a little bit short on them, but we're making sure we get our birdies. You know, we haven't gotten ahead of the curve, but we're definitely not falling behind now that we've gotten things going a little bit. That's a tough one, because if I don't think we can take this, because it's gonna land it like here. So I can get out to like 222 because of the uphill. Actually, it's more like 221, which is only 3 yards further than this. So I'm definitely in between on those. If I can get the 4-iron to go like 1% further, if you can get like 102, we're golden. I got 101 fast, that might be enough. But it is backspun, so like it's gonna have check into that uphill. Yeah, just need a little bit more leg, but I think that the 4-iron is the better play than the hybrid, especially on these very firms. Okay, so we're gonna get this up, and it's gonna be moving and grooving to the right. And it's slowing, so you need that little bit. I know it's uphill, but I always struggle with these. Oh, come on. Looks like there's more movement around the hole. Okay, so 6 under going out. Definitely not the best pace. We're gonna have to pick it up on the back 9 here. Driver. I think this kind of plays just the way that you would want. That slow is not what you would want. My goodness. Come on, Colby. Get in the sand. Alright. Not the input you're looking for. That's for certain. Okay, I do have some faith here that we're gonna be able to get this down in the vicinity that we want it. Perfect. Okay, so we're not getting any of the like wonder shots to set up the eagles, but outside of the first 2 holes in the par 3, like we're making birdies. Set gap wedge. That wind is gonna be kind of what gets us in trouble. And then you need to take even more off because it's wind at the back. Okay, come on, nice and easy. That felt good. Looks pretty good too. It's gonna get just a hair left, kick right. Bite, 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 bite. Alright, 7-footer. 1 inch up the hill, right to left brake. Small amount of brake the whole way. Okay. Par 5. I don't know if it's 12 or 17. That's the albatrossable par 5. So we'll find out very shortly here. I think it's this one. All right. Can we set up putt for albatross? Don't know quite how you do. Something like in here, you have to like get it to bounce up and over. Alright, a little partial driver for the win here. Come on, kick up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. No, a little fast. Chip for albatross? Come on, let's chip for albatross. We've putt for albatross. We've hit albatrosses on the fly. We've never chipped for albatross before. Let's make magic happen. All right, so out of the heavy rough, it's gonna roll a little bit more. So even with the, let's aim it back a little bit further. Then up the hill. Then we're giving shape, and it's playing more, and like, I think we still need to aim it somewhere out here. I'm hoping that I am accounting for everything properly, because if I'm not, then sucks. Wow. Alright. Well, I mean, kind of line things up right, but I just didn't think out of the heavy rough. I mean, even with the uphill there, I was really expecting it to want to roll and roll and roll. So I just played it on the safer side. That is an eagle on the card. So we get one of the holes back. Puts us at what, 10 under through 12? I just need to try and get things back to, I would like to have at least done better than my round 1 score. Yeah, when it's set up like this, I feel like it's shameful. Otherwise, I'm gonna lay this one back. I don't have it in me to like get the like mega overpower uphill into wind to even like give anything, so we're just gonna play this one a little bit further back. That's a tight window. That is a tight window. This is definitely a tougher hole. I guess that's why there's an argument to maybe have tried to clear those and get up in here. If you're in the sand, then maybe you have the splash, but 98. I mean, even if you play this, or what am I talking? 108, 102, I mean, you gotta still take like 10 yards off of it. Tight window, very tight window here. Pretty good. Please tell me I played the right distance. Come on, sit. It's just kind of like you run the shot through in your head and you just really hope that you you really hope that you did everything correctly. Alright, you're cutting this through wind into here. It's like the hard right kick. But you need the distance. I don't know. Oh, come on, that's the second mega slow that I've hit. This one a little bit more fortunate. What's going on, Wyatt? This game's only like 12 bucks on PlayStation right now. Yeah, it's probably the combination of a holiday sale and the fact that we're pretty certain that there's a new game coming somewhere in the like January to March time frame. But for 12 bucks to hold you over for a little bit, that's not bad. Get you up to speed with what are hopefully going to be mostly similar mechanics in the next game. Yeah, hopefully they make some tweaks, but get some hours under your belt. 12 bucks is not a bad deal. Especially considering when the new game comes out, they'll probably go back to selling this game for 60 bucks. Alright, so this ball's coming out left. Going left. I think somewhere in here. Alright, I'm gonna play this without spin. I want this to kind of release after. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I was hoping for. I just was hoping to actually give it a chance at the hole. But we can still make the birdie here. Just have to be mindful because there is a little bit of break going on here. Make sure we give it enough. Alright, 2 par 3s, par 4 and a par 5 left to go here. If we can find another eagle, I'll be pretty happy with it. If that comes in the form of a hole-in-one, even better, but hopefully we can maximize that par 5. 17 feet downhill. It's a decent amount of tailwind. I mean, it's diagonal, but honestly, 7-iron is probably landing like here. So a touch of loft, some backspin. Alright, blocked it a little bit slow. It's gonna hit that upslope, which is kind of what I was hoping for. Oh, but it didn't. Oh man, it didn't release onto the green. It like completely checked up. I was hoping to kind of use that to stop some momentum, but still let me have a chance at it. Dang. Kicked low. Alright. Unfortunately, we're going to take another par on the par 3. What course is this? This is Running Water by McTrees. See, I don't think you can drive this par 4. I think if the wind was flipped, absolutely. But I also think if I overpower this, we might be able to, so I'm going to do it because YOLO. 104, baby fast. I think it's going to have the distance. It's just, how's it going to kick? Because if this kicks into the rough, then we can't do anything. But if this stays on the fairway, we can at least play some sort of maybe flop shot. Yeah, because I don't think we are looking to really chip this guy. How much backspin are we going to get out of this? So if I fully backspin it, I think, or fully loft it with like a little bit of backspin, I think we can get it to come down and hopefully not like crazy spin back, just enough spin back, you know? A little bit fast. Well, just a healthy amount of bite. I whisked out of it. So scared about going off the front of this green. Okay, so we leave some work cut out for us. Birdie putt is going to require a pretty good read here. No. You dirty dog. You dirty dog, a pair of pars. Ugh. Oh man. I don't know, maybe we made things harder on ourselves by going for it. It's a shame because I think if we started with that first birdie, I don't think that second hole misses. I know we lipped it, but like I think if we don't lip those first two, that's 2 more strokes, and that changes the course. Like we got on a birdie streak, but I think that gives us a better chance at eagle on 3. Everything adds up, and like everything compounds when it comes to the mental side of virtual golf, real golf, what have you. Like everything plays off of each other, so. Alright, let's get this nice little pitch shot up in here. Oh, did I underplay? It's gonna be a very firm bounce, but I put bite on it. So that sticks. I didn't think I took that much off. But we can eagle it. It's an 11-footer. It's got some break. It's actually got a decent amount of break, so we gotta make sure that we're playing it high enough, because that's already snapping low. Shawty snapping. There we go. There we go. So par 3 to end it. We're 8 foot up the hill, or 8 yards up the hill here. So 157, wind plays kinda in. It's gonna be probably not quite to here, but I think you want to play a little bit de-lofted on the 9-iron. Cause I just don't think I want to go up here, because then I'm trying to take off the 8. I think the 9-iron. I think the 9-iron. It's like not too bad. I don't know. Let's take a look here. This 157. The wind. Yeah, I think if you just give it some D-loft, we should be able to get that back. It's a good strike. It's a pretty good line. Should kick right, have a good chance at it. I mean, you can't draw it up and execute it much better than that. Okay. So, only 15. Realistically, probably should have been like 17. And like if we lipped the first 2. We lipped the first 2. So, 44 officially through 3. 46 in the head. I think we could have had a much stronger round, but that keeps us on a nice on a nice rhythm. You know, it's T17, obviously T4, 46 were 11 spots from those 2 lip putts. You know, missed opportunities, obviously 15 under feels kind of crap. I mean, you can look at like Stives being up there at 50, only 16 under on the easiest round of the tournament. Like it stings. You know, there are scores out there. There are eagles, there are albatross. This is like, we got 2 more eagles, which really helped. Some things don't quite bounce our way, but overall, tournament is going pretty well. I mean, let's just take a look at round 3 here. Yeah, our proximity 29.2 feet. That's a little bit skewed because you're driving a lot of greens. So like, yes, you might make it onto the green or make it close enough to the green for it to like count for the approach shot. And so numbers are kind of skewed. Yeah, I mean, 1 of 6 long and we missed 1 inside. So I think one of the ones we lipped was probably a medium. Another one there, and all of a sudden it's 33% and 100. Like it's very marginal stuff. We're not giving anything back in terms of bogeys. You know, pars are definitely giving some back, but yeah, kind of one of those. It is what it is. You can't get too hung up on it, I don't think. Overall, we're 40% outside 10 feet, and then we just have, I think it's just that one lip out here in the first, couple holes. So not too shabby. I mean, it is what it is. The fact of the matter is we are barely playing this game at this point, just with the time off that we've had, and we're making a cut and still shooting low scores. So I gotta say that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, so a couple of quick not managerial things. I don't know what the right word that I'm looking for is, but I mean, next week we've got holiday stuff. I should be live Monday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. Also, we still have round 4, so before anybody thinks that like I'm wrapping the stream up, just kind of trying to keep tabs on things as I think of them. New Year's Eve, I don't think we're going to stream, which is Tuesday, so I think we'll stream Monday, New Year's Day that night, and then Thursday, all normal time, 7:30 Eastern. Tomorrow, I haven't quite figured out like what we're going to play, because I don't think we're going to do daytime golf. And maybe we'll stream next Friday day as well, if time allows. But I think we're going to stream during the day tomorrow. We don't normally stream on Fridays, but I'm off of work until the 6th of January. I have to go back. But I think probably do a stream like 8 to noon Eastern or something like that tomorrow. I haven't figured out what we're going to play. I don't know if we're just going to chill and play Slay the Spire and hang out, or if something else is going to speak to me. I've been kind of trying to putz over things and see what I feel like I'm in the mood for. But yeah, so just keep that in mind that we, like 12 hours, we might be streaming again. So if you want to swing by for that. But yeah, we're going to finish round 4 here in just a few minutes. The ad timer and stuff is counting down here, and I don't want to have any sort of ad roll in the middle of our round 4, so we're going to take another quick little stretch break. I appreciate y'all being here and hanging out with me this evening. If you have not subbed to the YouTube or followed the Twitch stream, those would both go a long, long way for me and the channel. And yeah, I'm done rambling on for the time being. We'll be back in like 3 minutes. I think that's how long it'll take for the ads to roll. And then we'll get right back into round 4. So see you in a few.
It's raining.
Ads. So I don't know how many of you have been like me this week. Christmas Eve and Christmas being right in the middle of the week has like completely ruined my sense of time. I was talking to my parents yesterday and they were talking about, like, I guess I was talking to them Christmas night, and they were saying about plans for Friday. I'm like, oh, well, you have all week to figure out Friday. Like, what's the big rush? They're like, well, Friday's in 2 days. And I'm like, you're right. And then all of a sudden, like, 1 day passed. So it's today. And like half the day I'm thinking it's Friday. And I'm like already running through my mind like my Friday night plans, which is hanging out and gaming with the boys. But then like halfway through the day I realized it was Thursday and we're streaming tonight. And I was like, oh, you're right, it is Thursday. I still have Plat rounds to play. So like I am all sorts of discombobulated. You take me off of work for even just a couple days and I'm all out of sorts. I guess I've technically been off for a week and I don't know what day it is. Work is my timekeeper. Alright, back tees for round 4, high winds out of the northwest, moderate fairways, firm greens that are fast. So, nothing too crazy. I mean, green firmness definitely comes down a bit here. Green speed technically comes down, but again, it's nothing monumental. Also, I feel like that swing, I feel like there was just a little bit of a delay there, so I'm gonna let this play out and then we'll refresh the capture card. I don't know if it's just in my head or if there's actually any sort of desync, but we'll just give the capture card a little refresh. Okay, so now we're kind of in an odd spot between clubs here. So that's 183. It's like a 10-mile-an-hour wind. You are hitting kind of out into it. I think maybe just like a touch. Touch on the spin here to try and get some stopping power. A little slow. Stay up. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Little movement left to right. Seems to be that way the whole way up the hill here. Nice. Almost actually low. It felt like it, it's up the hill. It's a little slidey. Also, we gotta shoot. Dan didn't want me to beat his 58. We gotta go. We'd have to go 15 under on this round in order to make that happen, so I don't know that that's going to be the case, but we'll try. Because that would leave us at 15, 14, 15, 15, which, all things considered, not too shabby. Alright, we got 100 yards here, 103 if we're being exact, which to be fair, we do like to be exact. I think this shot is going to come out about 5 yards short, so we got to give it a little de-loft, a little bit to kind of keep things in check. Did I over de-loft it? No, I think we're good. Right on it. It's funny how some of those work where like they look like they're just absolutely sailing, but there's enough wind that it just kind of reaches the apex of the flight and the ball just comes down substantially. 104 seems to be the overpower number that we dial into. Like if I ever go for the overpower, 104 feels like where I tend to release at. I don't know if there's anything, you know, mentally that I can do to stretch that shot a little bit further, I suppose. Now the question is this worth it? Because technically there is a tree in the way. So I'm not really, like even with the driver, I feel like here if I go to the right, I mean that's kind of in line with the flag. 103. I mean, this is always one of those holes where you're not really getting there in two, just the way it's set up. I guess if you got like a 106 plus on the first, and then you could kind of do the same with the driver on the second, then mayhaps you could. This is interesting because I think you could pitch yourself to here. I think you do go for the pitch, a little bit of backspin. This amount of wind, I think, actually does the job to like bring you back. Oh baby, what touch? What touch? See, those are the shots that are fun. Obviously, they're painful when you over spin them, because I've definitely had my fair share of, like, I think we had a flop shot on the last round even that we just didn't spin enough. But those are just so much fun when you do get it right. Okay. Looking at this now, I actually think we should have gone more to the right just for attack angle to this flag. Because we would have been a little bit more like this, but I feel like you can still, I don't know. If you go up here, is that too aggressive? Like, does that get far enough? 190, I don't know, that's effectively like 190 or so. You're talking 17 yards on fast greens and moderate. It's not quite enough anymore. But like 5-iron, I don't think. I don't know, 5-iron, 200, that's 7 yard. Maybe you take a little bit off the 5-iron, but actually play it so that it goes out more to the right, and then you roll it back across. Took it too far. Left it too high. Dang. That's like a didn't take enough off of it and didn't get it left enough. Like the wind just actually took it way more. Kind of unfortunate. Okay, well. Okay. Would have liked to have done better there, but that's on me. Trying to be a bit on the creative side with it. Kind of outthink myself. Or maybe I don't take enough time to actually think about how far that wind is going to play. It's probably more so that, like, it's a shot out to the right, wind is blowing that way. Sandwich pitch. You lose a few yards, that's where this gets dangerous. It's a little bit safer the more right you go, because there's just less. I'm gonna play the D-loft and let it go right, because it should feed. Well, a little fast, and now all of a sudden the D-loft and 101 and fast, and like we play way too much, so. I guess that's what happens when you catch everything on the fast side. Like if you go 100% perfect or slow, like everything goes differently there, but yeah, I de-lofted it to try and de-risk it, but was still scared that I didn't have it right, so nothing really going our way there. Come on. So close. So close. Alright, back-to-back pars. Let's get things back to the way they should be. 165, 174. I think this 9-iron is long. I think you take a little bit off of it and you fully spin it. Yeah, I mean, I think something like this, and the hope is that you cover that front edge with spin, and then you just don't even freaking hit it. Holy. So now I'm not even going to be in a puttable spot. Freaking just... I have to chip it because I can't putt over that. Just absolutely knuckleheaded. Absolutely knuckleheaded. I will say, I feel like I haven't made a chip in a hot second. I feel like I have not put a chip it, or not put a chip. I'm not hold a chip on Plat here in a hot sec. We'll get some backspin going. This'll bomb no problem. This should have very little issue finding fairway. We gotta get off the par train and quick. Gotta get off the par train and quick. Alright, 102 yards. This is playing effectively. Probably playing effectively like 102 or so. If we take just enough off. Yeah, there's the tempo on the other side. Gosh darn. Oh. We've done a decent job. We did a decent job down the stretch of that last round, keeping the mental in check, but this has definitely been a night where like things just haven't quite gone right, and then you start playing a ping pong style of golf, which is definitely not where you want to be. Too high. Too much power, I guess. Alrighty. Not where we want to be. Gotta square this tempo up. Can't be playing ping pong on the very slow, very fast. Sand wedge, gap wedge. I actually think you're gonna have to play pitching wedge. Yeah, we're down beyond the flag a little bit, but I think if we play enough, that feels good. Sometimes you just know it in your gut that like what you did was right. That one felt good. Just really have to turn this into I don't have to be next to the hole to score. Alright, 225, 221. I think the wind is gonna take it into this. I don't know that we really have much other choice. Hit a crap shot because I'm crap. Man, so frustrating. So frustrating because we know we're capable of so much more. We just keep doing boneheaded things like that. This is gonna break so much. I think I even underhit that, but we'll see. This is gonna break low still. All of that. Oh, I think it's because we underhit it. I actually think that was a really good line for proper pace. Ah, man. So what, last round we started off with 2 lip outs and then went on to get our scoring going, and then this time around birdies out the gate and then just fall flat on our face. Always a good always a good way to go. Alright, well we gotta go 10 under on the back 9 here to touch Dan's score. I think we can just blame Dan for all of this. You know, he put all that pressure on us to stay away from his score, and now we're obliging. Yeah, what's going on, Holder Close? Merry Christmas. Alright, we're gonna de-left this 9-iron a little bit. Oh, a little bit too much de-loft. Sit. Honestly, it was kind of the right idea, just gave it a little bit too much. Okay, so this guy, we got a breaker left to right. Got to make sure that we're accounting for all of the rollage that's gonna be pushing it down. Did I overhit that one? I did. I just cooked it. Not having a good feel on the putter today. Honestly, the way that we were playing on Monday, I should have just played all 4. Unfortunately, I'm a man who respects the schedule. Which really isn't always the most optimal for playing competitive golf, but you know, in real life you have to respect the schedule. You can't just keep playing if you're on fire. You gotta go one day at a time. Little fast. It's gonna be a little long, little left. We're kind of flat up here, so if it doesn't get away from us too much, we're okay. Alright, I'm not taking it for granted. I've seen little putts, supposedly little breaks, break a lot, so I ain't gonna trust it. Hit it a little bit, you know, firmer on the right edge, and we'll call it a day. Man, that 4 through 7 just really kills me. But we do still have a few par 5s. And judging by those scores, it does kind of seem like this round is a bit more painful on folks. Only got the 101. Trying to overpower it just to like take as much of this crap out of the equation as possible. And also just make the second shot shorter. Whoa, okay, we're still in the fairway. Oh, I didn't get a good lie though. 84%. Yeah, see, we can get like into the 260s, which is like just beyond. Yeah, but that actually means a little overpowered job. And the driver is on the green. Well. Why the hell did that come out so far to the left? I didn't get the overpower, but why did that come out so far left? Was there a lie that I just didn't look at? %70% is gonna be like 40 yards as is, and then this lie. I actually don't even need to take that much off of this shot. Alright, this will be interesting. I don't love that tempo. That mega fast was yuck. Alright, big breaks early, and then continued breaks even at a small amount late. So you have to get it starting high enough, because by the time you realize it, it's still breaking. Overhit it. I guess the pace was fine. Just overplayed it then. Damn. Damn. Just not getting away with the putter tonight. And I have blocked this shot out multiple times today. I don't know if it's I just stop thinking, but I get real freaking leaky. Yeah, real freaking leaky, and just for whatever reason don't like to follow through on my swing, and then get this block slow on the drive out into yonder. Let's see here. Come on, give me one. No, of course not. Of course not. Just one of those days, got it. I should have taken my Christmas present from McTree's before Christmas. Apparently wait until after Christmas was a mistake. Nah, unfortunately it's just one of those days. Not as consistent. Haven't gotten as settled or dialed into the round as you would want to, but yeah. If I could be dialed in all the time, like so would everybody else. Underhit it, but maybe it has enough power up the hill to get there. Alright, we got to 50. Got a few holes left, still a par 5. 15, 16, 17, 18. So we got 4 holes left. I can count. Good job, me. My son can't count that high yet, so you know I got that over him. Let's see here. 202-ish. 6 iron is short. 5 iron is probably long. It's gonna be like 212. If that plays like 18, that's 196 just there. And then you're trying to loft it. I think you try and take the 6 iron and de-loft her a little. I hit a crap shot. Okay, not as crap. I thought I like mega fasted it. Obviously, I don't want the fast there because the fast takes me long and left. And we were on a much better line otherwise. And that one snaps. I just cannot with the putter today. I really just cannot with the putter. We have some that are like hanging high, lipping, snapping. Can't seem to piece my brain together on the putts today. Well, wasn't meant to be. That's okay. That is okay. The way I have to like keep looking at it, keep reminding myself is we are barely playing the game. Like between vacation and moving and being sick and everything, like we have barely been playing. But we're still, I'm not even gonna say playing well enough, creating enough content for the likes of Holder Close to subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoy your faces. Thank you very, very much. But yeah, like we're, you know, between vacation and moving and being sick, like we've played a couple tournaments over the past month now, and we've made cuts every single time. You know, and people are playing all the time and not making cuts, and so I think there's definitely something to be said there. You know, like a very positive bit that we need to take away from that. Because we can still hit golf shots. You know, it's more a consistency thing. It's not that we are consistently bad, it's we are inconsistently great. You know, sometimes the putter's not on, and that's gonna be the case, but we do still hit some really nice golf shots. You know, some stuff that we should be quite pleased with. This is gonna carry in, honestly, like 290. Because what, 93%? This is a great lie. Holy cow. The wind kind of makes this whatever, but 93 to 94%? I mean, 90% is 273. It's like 282, 296. The wind is gonna knock it back like into the 280s. But I think what we're actually gonna do here is just like overpower this, see how far we can get it, and if we can get it into that sand, great. If I don't get it into the sand and we end up in the rough, that's like the only real downside, which is exactly what's gonna happen, because that physics is beautiful. And now we have to near side try and flop to 26 and hold it. So, you know, this is going swimmingly. 34. It's technically on a big uphill. So 34, 31. I think we gotta partial it here. It's going to the right. It's gonna roll. So I had to 100% that. There's no way I'm ever playing that lie to be what it was saying it was gonna be. Like, unfortunately, we're gonna take the par there, but like, in what world is the lip like this mountain there that plays like 5 yards straight up? Like, that's kind of absurd, in my opinion. This pitching wedge, by the way, problematic. This is gonna play 158, maybe 156, or 7 yards long. So do you try and stretch your pitching wedge, or do you try and hold off your 9-iron? Because I'm not actually gonna play a punch shot. That would be dumb. But I think there's a shot to be had here. I think you gotta just give the pitching wedge a little D-loft. I'm also realizing this flag isn't front left. Come on, come back down. Alright, at least we end on a high note. I don't want to jinx myself. Let's make the putt first. Because if we miss it, then we just end on a really low note. There we go. Alright, so 52, a very unfortunate end of the tournament, although that round was definitely the hardest of the 4. I did not play great here. I know we missed a couple of strokes out there on round 3. Yeah, these are lower double digits across the board. So like the 8 stings, I think realistically there's like holes 1 and 2 of round 3 that, you know, could have put us up to the 54, and then surely there were just some really bad inputs. I mean, we missed some putts, but there were just bad inputs across the board there on that round. You know, didn't quite get things to go the way we wanted to. Like, take a look here. Missed some greens. Proximity was like okay, but we didn't make a putt. that also kind of kills you. So, you know, you make 2 of those, all of a sudden you're at 10. You don't botch a few of them, like, very easily there. We're up scoring the way that the top folks are. I'm T69 with a 0.0 yard longest scoring shot. Nice. But like, you also look at stuff like this, like our longest scoring putt was inside 20 feet. So like, even though we had better percentages on some of those rounds, some of that is a compliment to proximity. Some of that is just we can't putt from long distance. Yeah, but we're up there with our fairways and greens. Like, that's very much so how we play. Fairways, greens, and proximity. Yeah, it was a large piece to our puzzle. But you know, putting was about average on the board, and I think that last round really killed it, because that's 0 out of 6. Just bringing that down, you make 2 of them. I guess it only brings it up a little bit, but yeah, then you look up at some of these guys. Rundown Man is making 73%. We're making 30. Yeah, so just a horrendous week on the putter. but great on the proximity, and then no eagles there in the last round. Yeah, I mean, overall, like, I would say a solid tournament. Where did Rundown end up? 51 birdies. I don't see him on the eagle chart, so maybe he didn't make a lot of eagles this week. No, he still made 5. So Steve got to 61. Yeah. But it's just like crazy to look at there. Like, he finished 9 strokes clear of us, but like how poorly we played some of it. Like, we're not, I don't know, I don't think overall we really played that poorly. Just didn't have a great weekend, didn't have things quite fall our way, but you know, that's golf. That's golf. We're still looking to find our consistency again, and that's a tougher round. So I think we have to leave with head held high. I think if we didn't leave with head held high, we're doing ourselves a disservice. Not giving ourselves enough credit. All right, so still trying to kind of figure out. I was looking offline today. Like, I think we are going to stream. I think we are going to stream tomorrow during the day, but I don't think we're gonna play golf. I think it's really just like a matter of what do we want to play. I haven't quite been in the mood for college football, and we were playing golf and college football when that came out, but that time has kind of passed and I haven't really had the itch to hop back into it. We did a Slay the Spire stream the other week, and that was good to play. Last week I think we played that for a stream. I do enjoy that game. I don't know if I'm in the mood, because we could try and do an Ascension run, get back into that. There's a part of me that wants to buy Balatro. I've heard really good things about that. That could potentially be something a little bit faster paced. I feel like Slay the Spire I take forever, whereas I think Balatro could be a little bit quicker. I guess there's always a piece of me that, like, yeah, we could go back and do some old Dark Souls stuff. I was planning on, so this is the like overall content plan here. I was thinking about doing an Elden Ring stream tomorrow, but what I realized is I have like 3 episodes or something like that of our Elden Ring DLC first playthrough that were recorded way back in September, and I just haven't had a chance to edit them and get them out. So I uploaded one of them today. I worked on some of that today. One of them is uploaded. I have like 2 more that get things caught up to where we are, because I was gonna just stream the playthrough, but I don't want to stream the playthrough like a couple hours ahead of where the series is at. So I have one uploaded. The other one should come out on like Saturday, and I'm gonna try over the weekend to get one prep so that everything's caught up. And then if we do any daytime streams next week, which I think we might have like Friday as a daytime stream, but we might also daytime stream, I guess not New Year's Day, maybe Thursday, like double up Thursday and then do a stream on Friday. But I want everything caught up before we start doing the Elden Ring streaming. I also don't know how my computer is going to handle that, because we're streaming at higher, like we're streaming to YouTube, to Twitch. Like, my computer's doing a lot of rendering stuff, and right now we're just streaming either pretty lightweight games on the PC or games on console. So a lot of that, power is distributed elsewhere, and we don't really have to worry about it. Elden Ring's a different story, way more demanding on the CPU, has some GPU requirement to it, so like that's a little bit up in the air. But that's kind of where I've been at thinking about things. Yeah, I think I want to have some extra streams, but I don't think I want it to be golf just because we're so late in the cycle. I think if we were into a new game, sure, we'll just keep pumping the golf, but I don't think with the extra time that we have that's how I'm gonna swing things. So just trying to kind of keep all doors open, keep my mind open to things. Yeah, so if there's any real passion for anything, maybe drop the suggestion in the Discord. But yeah, just kind of trying to figure out what we want to play tomorrow. Yeah, what's going on, Lucas? Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. How about yourself? We're just we just finished up Plat. I'm just trying to figure out. I've got some time off here, so I think I'm gonna stream during the day tomorrow. Not really feeling the golf, not really feeling the football either. Just haven't had an itch to go back to college football. I don't know though if there's anything. What do I have? I don't even know. It Takes Two. Alright, well, I'm gonna claim that. I've heard good things about that. This was like that Pokemon game, right? I ain't playing Aliens. This was like that Pokemon game, right? I remember when that game came out, a friend of mine was playing that on PC. Do we buy Astrobot? Game of the year? How do I see? This is game library, but I want my collection. What do we even have? Is there anything that's been free? GeoGuessr? We could GeoGuess. Although I don't have the paid GeoGuessr, so a little bit less grindable. See, I forget about some of these games that were free. Like I've claimed a bunch. Claimed a bunch of stuff, have not played a bunch of stuff. And probably won't end up playing most of them, but I have not played The Last of Us. I have it downloaded. I have not played it. I don't know. I guess the only thing is, like, if I start it, then it, like, is this whole making sure I have to go back to it, but it's not. I know. I'm historically big Naughty Dog fan. Like, I love Jak and Daxter, loved Uncharted. I've heard amazing things about The Last of Us. Like, the new game that they're working on is probably going to be phenomenal as well. Yeah, that's definitely something to consider. Because I just haven't really figured out, like, do I want to start a story game? Because historically, like, we really only play golf on stream, like, generally speaking. And what my concern is if I start that and then, like, we have some time here over the holidays, like, I know I'm not going to finish it. And then it just becomes kind of that, like, fight of, like, okay, how do I squeeze it in? Do I just dedicate, like, one night a week to playing a story game? Normal stream length? Yeah, 7:30. Yeah, it's normally like 3-ish hours, 3 to 4, depending on, like, what time I start and how late I go. But yeah, I'd say 3.5 is more commonly the case. Because as much as I want it to start at 7:30, it's kind of like stream starts after I get my son to bed and then I get everything set up. Because I have to set everything up. The YouTube streams, you, like, Twitch, you just kind of change your title and your description or whatever, or you're going live message. But YouTube, you have to, like, make a separate stream for each one of them, and getting everything set up. 2 hours to golf, 69 minutes to The Last of Us story-based game. Yeah, that's the thing, like, I haven't quite figured out. I was trying to, with college football, there's like a little bit of golf, a little bit of another game. I like haven't figured out at that like 3-ish hour stream amount if that balance is good or not, like of doing a split stream versus like a dedicated day. I mean, thinking back to it, like way back in the day, I did for a little bit where I like did once a week that I played like a different game, and it ended up taking, like I did it with Final Fantasy VII, like the old Final Fantasy VII, not the like new remaster, and it took me like months. It took me months to get through it. Typically, Lucas, without like the holidays and everything, throwing things off 4. We're doing Monday to Thursday right now. Right now with Christmas and New Year's and stuff, it's like I only did 2 days this week, 3 days next week, although I'm adding an extra stream, so it might end up being like 3 and 4. Oh, I'm mulling it over. It's just like that balance of like at the 2 hour mark, I guess, like where I struggle is like you want to be in it long enough just sheerly for like throwing the net, so to speak, because you also, like, I don't know, I always feel weird when it's like get in, do the golf, get out. Like you're never, it's almost like your foot's never in the water of one thing long enough. I don't know if that's even like a saying or makes sense, but golf Monday, Last of Us Tuesday, college football Wednesday, golf Thursday. No, I was saying with the college football that I haven't had the itch. That one actually wasn't so much that like I'm looking for a way to squeeze that in. That's actually like college football. We were playing it back in September when it came out, and I've had the time off, and that was what we were splitting time with. But the itch, having not played it in a while, I haven't been like, oh man, I can't wait to dive back into year 3 or whatever we are. Yeah, whatever we're at of that playthrough. Yeah, that's kind of the weird thing that's at. So yeah, definitely something to think over. Because yeah, there's part of me that's like, I think the split streams are probably the smarter thing to do. Like you start in your core thing and you hope that people stick around for whatever your side thing is. I think it's a balancing act. I also just wish that, because YouTube is so VOD heavy, that like the split stream stuff, like I don't know if it makes sense to like end those streams and then switch them. I feel like it doesn't, because then you lose any sort of maintained viewership in the middle of that, you know? Like if you have viewers and then you cut a stream and start a new one, like they don't transfer. But if you switch games, then the like way that the VOD is tagged is weird. So I don't know what the best way to handle that is, but that's a completely separate issue. Also, on a random topic, screw this game, screw all of them, I hate it. Anywho, the people that were around years ago when we played that on stream understand. Y'all understand exactly what I'm talking about. That game gave me fits. I hated every bit of it. Hated every freaking bit of it. But yeah, so Story game is something to consider. I've liked playing the roguelike. I honestly at this point don't even know what you properly call those things anymore. But I've enjoyed playing Slay the Spire. I would like to try Balatro. You have games that are like short enough that you can almost like hop over and play and finish after golf as well. But yeah, it's just a lot to think about. And I probably, like most things, overthink it quite a bit. You know, I never really quite know exactly what to do, and I think doing nothing is worse than trying stuff out, because I think that's where my fear lies, is like in trying something and failing. But you know, if I don't try and fail, I also can't try and then succeed. You know, so it's kind of two ways to look at the same coin. Is basically what I'm getting at. Anywho, feel like I've rambled on long enough here in our post-Plat session, so this has kind of been the other like funky thing, right? Is like, I feel like with golf streams right now, and this is not inherently any like fault of any one thing, me are invested in TGC, and in particular Plat, right? The normal setup that we've had is we have 4 rounds of Plat through the course of the week over 4 different streams. Kind of have a warm-up, and then play our competitive round, and then it's just kind of like a, now what? Now there's kind of, as we're talking about, multiple ways we could look at this now. I could try and get involved in more, right? And join like Happy Tea Friends or KHL or all of these other things where we like kind of competitively play other TGC flights. I suppose True Sim is also an option to bring back to the table. You know, could maybe even warm up with True Sim and then play Plat and like have that be an extended thing, because if we're being completely honest, if we play True Sim after Plat, then you're not dangling the carrot on the stick. You don't like it, Lucas? No True Sim? But there's kind of the weird thing there with golf of like, I think if there was ranked, like if 2K actually had more stuff going on, like it would be a lot easier to be like, oh, we'll play Plat, and then there's like still something interesting after. Yeah, what's up, Pat? Need more competition on True Sim? So like we could technically do something like that, like try out playing True Sim, then playing Plat. Because like we played 2 rounds of Plat tonight, and it's still only 10 o'clock. Which realistically means like I have like another hour to hour and a half that I could work with, because we haven't been doing anything to like upload the YouTube streams as standalone videos. And I don't know what the right or wrong thing to do with that is, because like I guess technically clipping and shipping the rounds separately like is probably a better thing, but it is a lot of work. And you know, I don't know. I don't do like much in terms of like the editing and stuff. It's been mostly a clip and ship type thing, and I feel like there's that balance of like, if we were really good, or maybe, you know, we could do it where it's like we upload one of the rounds and it's more of like a competitive course highlight, and come check out the rest of the tournament, or like, you know, point it to the stream highlights, like if you want to watch the rest of the rounds. I don't know, that feels kind of weird. But the whole point being, if we got to that, because we've been talking for a little while, you know, if rounds take around the length that we're playing them at, and we warm up, you play a true sim round, you play a plat round, and you still have an hour and a half, for the time being, it very well could be, you know, you switch games and go and work on a story game. Now, I feel like that always is kind of like, is an hour and a half of a story game a day enough? I mean, I guess it, you know, hour to hour and a half of that game over the course of 4 streams is 4 to 6 hours a week. It's not the fastest clip, you know, and if a game takes 40 hours, it's still going to take you a month and a half to get through. So, like, I think that's the part that always, like, turns me off to it. But, like, if you have the roguelike game or whatever thing that has replayability in and of itself, or it's just a game that is open-ended a little bit more, I'm just going to say Monster Hunter for an example, like, not something that is fully story driven, like, sure, there's a story to it, but something that has, like, you can go and do a hunt or do 2 hunts, whatever, depending on the time, you know, and it feels satisfying in its sub-state completion. Like, it doesn't have to be, we're just kind of dragging through this game. So I don't know. I know I've rambled, and I've said probably a lot of the same things over and over again, to which some people might be like, shut up, but, you know, my stream. So, you know, I can ramble if I want. That's why you guys are here, right? So yeah, that's just kind of like where I'm at on things. Needless to say, after all this, I still have no idea. I'm going to show up at 8 a.m.-ish tomorrow, and we're going to stream something. I'm going to log off and take some time to figure out what that may be. So yeah, we should be back tomorrow morning. We'll do something for like 4 hours or so, and then next week should be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, normal time. May even be bonus, like morning streams again, Thursday, Friday. So be on the lookout for all that. But that is going to conclude things for this evening. If you have not joined the Discord already, that is the best place to keep up with when we go live. I'm kind of shying away from using Twitter as our announcement hub. I just feel like Discord is a more connected place to get that sort of information out. So look out there for any sorts of updates. I'm not saying that, Lucas, because that ain't it. That ain't it, dog. Penn State. Rooting for Penn State New Year's Eve, all right? Yeah, Discord is going to be the best place for announcements. And then if you haven't followed the Twitch or subbed to the YouTube, you would be doing me a grand old favor. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs on YouTube. That's like the big goal. We are closing in on 800. I think we're in like the upper 780s. It would be pretty cool to get towards 800 here before the end of the year. I know that's kind of a stretch. We only got 5 days to get like 12 subs. Which is a much higher clip than we've been going, but we can get close. All right? So have a wonderful evening, everybody, and I will see you all hopefully back here in the morning. If not, have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday. Bye.